The scent of pine needles hung heavy in the air, a familiar but unsettling fragrance for Scout, a golden retriever. It had been 3 days since his human, 10-year-old Lily, had vanished during their afternoon hike in Whispering Woods. The woods, once a playground of chasing squirrels and splashing in hidden streams, now felt like a maze of taunting shadows. Scout whined, his ears drooping. He remembered the frantic search party, the worried faces calling Lily's name. But as night fell on the second day, the humans had left, defeated. All except Sheriff Miller, a kind but gruff man who patted Scout's head and said, "Find her. You're her best chance." With a powerful push, Scout broke free from the sheriff's gentle hold. He didn't need a leash now. He needed his nose, his keenest sense. Weaving through the underbrush, he followed the fading trail, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. Each rustle of leaves, each snap of a twig made him pause, ears perked, searching for any sign of his friend. Grief gnawed at Scout. It was all a painful echo in his memory. He had to find her. But the forest, once a source of wonder, had become a labyrinth of secrets. Then, a glint of silver caught his eye, half buried under damp leaves. It was Lily's charm bracelet, a gift from her grandma. A surge of hope jolted Scout. He sniffed the bracelet, memorizing the faint scent of Lily's strawberry lip balm. It was a clue, a whisper in the silence. Following his nose, Scout pushed through brambles and navigated fallen logs. Hours blurred into a relentless pursuit. Hunger gnawed at his belly, but his mission fueled him. Finally, the scent led him to an abandoned cabin, smoke curling from its chimney, an unsettling sign in the deserted woods. Fear pricked Scout's fur. He barked, a sharp warning. The door creaked open, revealing a gaunt man with eyes that glittered like cold stones. This was Jeb, and a warm smile stretched across his face. Well, what do we have here? A lost dog or a stray witness? Jeb wasn't a hermit seeking solace. His clothes were ragged but not those of a man living off the land. He growled, teeth bared, but Jeb just chuckled, a sound devoid of humor. He offered Scout jerky and water, hesitant kindness in his eyes. Scout, wary but desperate, accepted. He lived alone, a fugitive hiding from a past mistake. Over the next few days, a grudging trust formed. Scout played fetch with Jeb, a flicker of warmth returning to the man's eyes. One night, unable to bear the suspense, Scout slipped out when Jeb was asleep. Following Lily's scent again, he found a hidden cellar beneath the cabin, scraps of food littering the floor, sent a jolt of terror through Scout. Lily. Jeb had her, he is a predator. Terror gripped him. A dim light flickered inside. Lily, pale and thin, huddled in a corner. Relief flooded Scout. He whimpered, tail thumping softly against the wooden door. Lily's head snapped up. "Scout," she cried, tears welling in her eyes. Jeb heard the noise. He understood that Scout had found her, his secret is revealed. Anger, hot and potent, replaced the fear. "Stupid mutt," he snarled, grabbing a stick. He wouldn't let a dog expose him. He grabbed Scout by the scruff of the neck, hauling him inside. Over the next few days, fear became Scout's constant companion. Jeb kept him locked in a cellar, taunting him with scraps and Lily's muffled cries from another room. Scout knew he had to act. He feigned submission, waiting for his chance. One night, during a violent storm that rattled the windows, Jeb stumbled out of the cabin, muttering about checking his traps. This was it. With a desperate lunge, Scout sprung out of the window and raced towards the woods. He needed to get help. He slipped out of the cabin, using the storm as cover. Rain lashed against his fur, but he barely noticed. He raced back to the trailhead, the memory of Sheriff Miller's scent guiding him. Exhaustion gnawed at him, but he couldn't stop. Finally, he stumbled upon the search party, whimpering and barking, Lily's charm bracelet dangling from his collar. Sheriff Miller recognized it immediately. The search party was informed and they marched on following Scout. Sheriff Miller and Scout crept towards the cabin, the wind howling through the trees masking their approach. Taking cover behind a gnarled oak, shrouded in darkness, they pressed himself against the damp earth. A single window flickered with an orange glows on the boarded windows. Sheriff Miller placed a hand on Scout's head, his voice low and reassuring. "We'll get her, boy. We'll get her out of there." Following Scout back to the cabin, they found Lily, unharmed but shaken. Jeb, however, was gone, vanished into the storm like a phantom. The forest, once again, held its secrets. Lily clung to Scout, burying her face in his fur. "You saved me," she whispered. And as they walked out of the woods, Scout knew this wasn't just about finding Lily. It was about facing a villain, about courage blooming in the face of fear. The storm had raged, but the bond between a girl and her dog had shone brighter. The forest, though forever marked by the experience, now held a different memory, a testament to a dog's unwavering loyalty and the triumph of good over evil. Sunlight, dappled and warm, broke through the trees, painting the path ahead in a golden glow. Lily, her laughter echoing through the air, skipped ahead. Scout, his fur catching the sunlight like spun gold, raced beside her, his tongue lolling out in a joyous grin. The forest, once a place of chilling shadows, now whispered stories of bravery and love. Scout, his heart brimming with pride, he saw not just relief, but a newfound respect, an acknowledgement of the hero that beat within his furry chest. He was more than just a pet, he was her protector, her confidant, her furry compass that had guided her through the darkness. Thanks for watching, like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed it.